everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie Sport package. Now, I wanted to go over this package because I feel like this is one of the best looking iterations that you can get on the new 2019 Ram 1500s, and on top of that, I think it's a really good value as well. But a shout out and thank you to Larry Miller, Dodge Ram and Sandy for providing us with the vehicle to review today. As always, we'll do a quick walk around, go over the key features on the vehicle, then we'll take it out to see how it drives, and if you are stopping in for the first time, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. So, starting under the hood here of this particular 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie, we have the 5.7 liter Hemi with the e-torque system. That's going to be good for 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is going to be up just a couple, so if you don't have the e-torque, it's going to be 18 miles per gallon combined. The e-torque basically just raises it up by 1 mile more combined. It's now 17 in the city, and you're going to get 22 on the highway as well. And the other nice thing about the e-torque system is it does give you a little bit extra torque from a standstill, so you get 130 pound-feet of torque off of the line. And then also, this is all still routed through a 8-speed automatic transmission, and a really easy way to tell if it has e-torque, you'll see the little system just right there. That's the way to tell if a truck has e-torque. If there's nothing there, then the truck does not have it. And then finishing things up front, we're gonna actually come to the hood. So you do get the Sport hood with the Laramie Sport package, and it's the same hood that you got in the Rebels. I love how it looks on the trucks, and that's one of the reasons why I love this package, is it gives you that hood. The Sport package also kind of gives you a little bit darker with the headlights. It blacks out the little slits on the grille as well, and then makes the bumpers all down here body painted, so there's no chrome on the bumpers of the truck or anything like that. And then as with all the Laramies, you get your LED lights up front. They're LED reflector lights, and then you have the fog lamps right down below, and then the parking sensors are all integrated into the front bumper. If we come to the side, we have these 20-inch polished aluminum wheels. They have a really nice look to them. You get them in the front and in the back as well, and just overall with the aesthetic of this particular truck with the silver and then those nice polished aluminum wheels, it just has a really nice look to it overall. Now that we are in the back here, we can see this is the key fob for the 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie. Sorry if it's not focusing very well, but you have your lock and unlock function here, your tailgate release, and your remote start. So we'll start with the remote start. You just have to press that twice. First time we'll lock it, second time we'll start it up, and you'll be able to hear that 5.7 Hemi start right up. And then if you press it again, that'll shut off the truck. The function here on the key fob you can see is the tailgate release, so you press that twice, that'll lower down the tailgate automatically, and it is a slow lowering. And the other nice thing about this tailgate, which you guys won't be able to tell because this is a video, but the tailgate's really, really light and easy to pick up, and so definitely compared to the older trucks, it's a lot easier on that aspect. Now finishing things in the back here, we have our nice signature LED tail lamps back here, and then you do get a little backup camera right there. It goes right on the receiver hitch. We'll go over that momentarily. More parking sensors integrated into the bottom bumper, and then you do get a dual exhaust system with a little class 4 receiver hitch. You do get an adapter for that if you need a little bit smaller sized hitch as well. Now coming to the side here, we can see the door panel. With the Laramies, you get these suede inserts here with some nice kind of like gloss wood-like trim. You get contrasted stitching up top with the leather bolsters, more stitching down below. Your window controls for the rear here, and then they've got these nice door handles. They feel really, really good to touch. And then you've got your speaker down below. It just has a nice aesthetic on the door overall. If we look at the rest of the back, we're gonna start here in the center. So you've got your cup holders right there, and then you can see more of that nice black trim. You get your USB ports in this particular one since it has the center console. It's got heated seats in the rear, and then you've got a little power outlet down there. And with all the Rams, you get these ice buckets right over here, so you can store some stuff in there, and these seats do flip up. You've got this little partition that'll pop out so you can store extra things. But the seats, they look really, really nice, and they've got more of those suede inserts that you saw on the door. They're really comfortable, and they do have a recline function with them. I'm actually gonna step in here so I can show you something. Here is that little center console that you get in the back seats. So you've got some extra storage under there, some cup holders, but like I said, these seats are reclining, so you just pull this little thing and that'll recline the seat backwards and forwards. And so it's nice that they have that system for the rear. Now, if we come to the front, we've got keyless entry, so one touch, that will lock it, and then you just have to put your hand on the back of the door handle to unlock it. Now, fully opening the door, we can see it's got that nice same panel here as well, so you get more of the contrasted stitching. You get the suede insert again with the black accents, more leather and stitching up top. All of your window controls controls are going to be here, your mirror adjustments, memory seats, and they've got some nice design with the speakers there. And it does have power folding mirrors, so you press that and the mirrors will power fold right in. Now coming over to the side of the seat, we've got all of our controls here for the power adjustment and then the lumbar right there. You have your controls for the power adjustable pedals, and then you've got your parking brake. You have your light controls right here, and then those are for the screens. I usually just leave the lights in automatic mode. Those are your fog lamps, and then that is your cargo lamp, and if it has LED bed lights, that'll also do that light as well. You can step in height's not too bad since this isn't like a Rebel or anything crazy high off the ground. It is a pickup truck though, so you might want to get side steps. To start up the 2019 Laramie, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake and push start. The truck will start right up. The gauges will do a little bit of a sweep. Now over here we can see all of our controls for the cruise control. So you have your standard cruise control here, adaptive cruise control down below. You press these buttons depending on which one you want to use. You've got your gear selector, so to manually shift the gears yourself. On the other side of the steering wheel, you've got this for the center stack. We'll go over that momentarily. And then you have all of your controls to the Bluetooth and voice commands. And there are rocker panels on the back of the steering wheel to control the radio controls. You've got your volume and channel controls there. So now that we're in the center screen here, so this little center screen is all configurable. It'll give you basically any bit of information that you could want on the truck. I usually just have it set as a speedo, but you can have it see tire pressure, all the safety and driving assistance, all that kind of stuff. And just so you know, this truck is fully loaded with the safety and driving assistance, so you're going to get your adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, and that blind spot's for a trailer. I'll go over that soon, but you're going to get your parallel perpendicular parking assistance. You're going to get your forward collision warning, lane departure assistance, a full sweep of safety tech. And then you do get your RPMs on the one side, and then you get your speed on the other side in that gauge cluster as well. Now down here, this is your shifter for the 8-speed automatic. That's to shift it into gear. And then you've got your 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, and 4-wheel low, true neutral. You've got to be in neutral to get into 4-wheel low. And then you have your auto stop start that you can turn off, since this is the e-torque if you don't want to use that function. Now coming up here, this is to turn off your lane departure assist. That's to do the parallel and perpendicular parking assistance. All you actually have to do is apply brake pressure and then shift it in and out of gear. The truck will tell you to do all that, but it'll essentially park itself. Down below, we've got all of our analog climate controls on the side, and then you have your analog radio controls down on the other sides as well. Now, there's a lot of functions on this touchscreen, so it's like a giant iPad. I've gone over it in several of the trucks that have this new 12-inch touchscreen, but it's just super instantaneous response time. You can drag and drop everything into this little sidebar. Your controls for the heated and ventilated seats are going to be in this touchscreen, and you do get, since this has the power folding mirrors, you do get the surround camera system. So you press that and the 360 cameras will pop up. You get a little bird's eye view, but you can see you can go just for the rear. You can do the rear like that. You can go frontal camera, and then you've got another view at the front as well, and then you can go full backup camera, and then you can zoom in on the receiver hitch if you need a little bit better view of that, so that you can back up into the trailer, and it'll make it a lot easier. And like I said, I would go over the blind spot monitoring system with you. So if you go into the settings tab here and you go to safety and driving assistance, and you go over to the blind spot alert, you can see that you can set this for max or for auto. So when you have it in auto, it'll do the blind spot for your trailer. You have to hook up your trailer, take a couple right-hand turns and a couple left-hand turns. It'll measure how long your trailer is, and then it'll do the blind spot for your trailer as well as the truck. And so it's nice that they have the safety tech for that. And since this is the 12-inch screen, you do get some split screen functions. So for example, if you're in the navigation and you pull up the controls tab, those will always pop up. There's not a whole lot of others functions you can do with the split screen, but they do give you that, and it's nice that it's just on one gigantic screen. But if we pop below this gigantic screen, we can see these are the buttons to turn off the parking sensors, tow haul mode, stability control. You've got your integrated trailer brakes already. CD player just down below that, and then you've got more USBs and USB 2s. Now we're going to be moving into the center console area here. So it has wireless charging since this has the 12-inch screen and center console setup. So you just put your phone there and it'll wirelessly charge it. You've got tons of storage space here, and you can slide this little drawer back and forth. It's going to have your cup holders. The full center console is going to be right here, so you get another little USB back there, and then you can pull it up all the way so you can see all the storage. If we pull this forward, just a ton of storage space. You can put a bunch of stuff, and it's kind of funny that they put a bunch of little math tables and all that kind of stuff on the back of it. It's a little bit of an Easter egg. Now the seats in the front are just as nice as the seats in the rear. They have those suede inserts still. They say Laramie on the front, but they've got nice bolsters so they'll hold you in place a little bit better, but they're not really tight to where it's uncomfortable like in a sports car. Here we're gonna have our dual glove box, so you can pop that up. It is lined with felt in the glove box, and then you get a secondary glove box down below, lined with felt as well. And that's something that I like about this interior, is it just feels really premium. This isn't the fully decked out Limited, but it still feels like a really nice interior. They've got really nice materials that they use overall. There's a lot of nice stitching throughout the interior and soft touch on pretty much everything. And so just for the price point that these trucks are at, they definitely have a more upscale interior. And then since this is a loaded up truck, you will get a power sliding window. So the button's just right here. You can do that, and that'll open up the power rear siding window with the truck. You get a bunch of assistance buttons up there, and then you've got your lights up here. Universal garage door is just on the other sun visor. Now that we're done going over all of the functions on the interior, let's take the 2019 Laramie 1500 out just to see how it drives compared to the other trucks that I've reviewed, the Limited and the Rebel. Setting off here in the 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie, and one of the main reasons why I wanted to do a video on this truck is I kind of like this truck more than a lot of the other trucks that Ram has with their half-ton segment, and it's just because I think it's kind of like the best bang for your buck. What I mean by that is the fact that you can get like all the same luxury features that you can get with the Limited, but then you can also get the cooler looks that you get with the Rebel. And so the Rebel, you don't get quite as much luxury. The Limited, you get more luxury, but you know, if you're not into chrome, like I'm not really into chrome with trucks, then it's not really my thing. And then with the Rebel, it doesn't have quite the luxury features that the Limited has. I'm taking the truck over onto the highway to see how it does ride quality wise, and then see if the acceleration is really any bit different with this e-torque system compared to the standard system. And just something to note with the e-torque, it's only from a standstill, so once you are moving, the system doesn't kick really into effect all that much. You're only going to notice the power difference when you are going from a standstill. So with this acceleration, we're going to get it from a dead stop just so we can really see if there's any difference. Hitting acceleration here now, and I notice a very, very slight difference, but it's almost not perceivable compared to a regular Hemi. And so I feel like you're going to notice that e-torque difference more when you're actually towing a trailer than just regular day-to-day driving. Ride quality on the interstate is really, really smooth, as it is with all these new 1500 Rams. The coilover suspension that they use on this truck is just absolutely amazing, and so it just goes over the roads amazingly smooth. And you don't need the air suspension for these trucks to drive smooth. With the traditional coilover suspension, it's just perfect. There's not a whole lot of road noise on the interstate, and just the overall drivability. This is a truck that you could drive every single day, and the fact that these trucks tow with the crew cabs over 11,000 pounds is a super capable truck, and so something that you can drive every single day and then have all that capability as well. Things up, if you're in the market for a truck, there's a big, big reason that the Rams won Truck of the Year. It is the best truck on the market right now. That being said, I would look into the Laramie Sports if that's something that can fit within your budget, because you can get all the luxury features with the Limited, but then you can get kind of like some of the cooler looks with the Rebels. And there's so many aftermarket companies, that are offering lifts and tires with these trucks, and so you can make them look absolutely crazy. I'll try to get my hands on a lifted Laramie just so that I can do a video on something like that for Modified Monday, so you guys can see what one of these Sports looks like with a lift, because I think it's one of the best looking trucks out on the market right now. So like I said, if you're in the market for a Ram, definitely, or just in a truck, definitely check out one of the Rams. And there we have it, everyone, the 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie Sport. And again, big shout out and thank you to Larry Miller, Dodge Ram and Sandy for providing us with a vehicle. If you are in the market for a new truck or a new Jeep as well, definitely give these guys a look. If you are stopping in for the first time, I'd really appreciate if you subscribe, comment down below what you thought, and then I will see all of you in that next